This BlackRock insider was caught on hidden camera, and his words will shatter your view of how the world really works.
Let me tell you, it's not through who's the president. It's who's controlling the wallet. All of these financial institutions, they buy politicians. Ukraine is good for business. You know that, right? We don't want the conflict to end.
Serge Varley was not just a recruiter. He was a gatekeeper to one of the most powerful financial institutions in the world, BlackRock. When he spoke to an undercover journalist in June 2023, he unknowingly revealed a system where money dictates policy, war fuels profits, and power remains hidden behind corporate influence. BlackRock is not an ordinary investment firm. With over $10 trillion in assets under management, it controls more wealth than the GDP of most nations. It has stakes in major industries: oil, food, production, pharmaceuticals, defense contractors, and media conglomerates. When global events shift, BlackRock doesn't just react, it positions itself to benefit.
How do they run the world?
You acquire stuff. You diversify, you acquire, you keep acquiring, you spend whatever you make in acquiring more. And at a certain point, your risk level is super low. Like, imagine you've invested in like 10 different industries, from food to drinks to like technology, right? One of them fails, it doesn't matter. You have 9 others to pick you up.
And then once you just own a little bit of everything, is that where the control?
Yeah, you own a little bit of everything, and that little bit of everything gives you so much money on a yearly basis that you can take this big ton of money, and then you can start to buy people.
Varley's revelations expose how politicians are not the ones in control. Those who fund them are. A $500,000 investment can secure influence over key policymakers. Laws and regulations are written to favor those who control the financial system, ensuring that profits flow upwards while crises deepen.
Obviously, we have this system in place. First, there's the senators, and these guys are cheap. You got 10 grand, you can buy a senator. It doesn't matter who wins.
They're so good.
They're in my pocket at this point. I could give you $500K right now, no questions asked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what needs to be done. They're like, yeah, of course.
And
why not?
does like everybody do that? Does BlackRock do that?
BlackRock doesn't need to run for office. They don't need to hold press conferences. They don't need to make promises to the public, because they own the people who do. Serge says it outright. Money controls politics. The real decisions aren't made in government buildings. They're made in boardrooms. Think about that. The laws that affect your life, your taxes, your job, your cost of living, are not written with you in mind. They're shaped by the interests of people who never have to worry about those things. And when it comes to war, Serge says BlackRock profits when the world is in chaos.
Ukraine is good for business. You know that, right? We don't want the conflict to end.
Why?
We don't want the conflict to end as a country. The longer this goes on, the weaker Russia is. The Ukrainian economy is tied very largely to the wheat market, global wheat market. This is fantastic if you're trading. Volatility creates opportunity to make profit. War is real good for business.
Instability means market fluctuations, and for firms like BlackRock, those fluctuations aren't problems, they're opportunities. When the market crashes, they buy cheap. When governments spend billions on defense, they profit. Serge thought no one was listening, but now the whole world knows what he said. BlackRock isn't just a financial company. It's the largest asset management firm on the planet, controlling over $10 trillion, more money than the economies of most countries. They don't just invest in companies, they own stakes in them. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, big banks, media corporations, even weapons manufacturers.
Economic simulation. They need to understand the impact of something, right? They're gonna raise the interest rate, for example. It's gonna create this cascade of various factors that people they're not sure what it's gonna do, basically.
When you control everything, you don't need to lobby. You don't need elections. You don't need approval. And here's the scary part. Most people don't even know they exist. But now, thanks to Serge, the world is starting to wake up. Who really controls the government? Most people believe that politicians make the big decisions, that presidents and senators are in charge. But according to Serge Varley, that's just an illusion. BlackRock doesn't need to be in the spotlight. They don't need to campaign, debate, or make promises, because they own the people who do. They finance elections, they control the economy, they shape the laws, and they make sure that no matter who wins, their interests remain protected.
They don't want people to talk about them. They don't want to be anywhere on the radar.
Why not?
I don't know, but I suspect it's probably because it's easier to do things when people aren't thinking about it.
Money makes the rules, and BlackRock has more of it than almost any other entity on the planet. Here's how it works. If you want to run for office, you need funding. If you don't have financial backing, you won't win. And who has the money? BlackRock, banks, Wall Street giants. The system is built to keep power in the hands of the ultra-wealthy. Serge Varley just confirmed what many have suspected for years. The system is rigged, and the people in charge are just playing a role. But if BlackRock controls politics, what else do they control? Let's talk about war.
War is real good for business. I'll give an example. Russia blows up Ukraine's grain silos. The price of wheat's gonna go mad up. So what are you gonna do if you're a trading firm? The moment that news hits, within a millisecond, you're gonna pump trades into whoever the wheat suppliers are, into their stocks. Within an hour or two, that stock goes up, and then you sell, and you just made, I don't know, however many mil.
That's what Serge Varley said. A simple statement, but one that reveals something disturbing. War isn't just about politics, it's about profit. When conflict erupts, most people see destruction, suffering, and chaos. But for BlackRock, they see opportunity. Here's how it works. War creates instability. Markets crash, stocks fluctuate, and investors panic. While others lose money, BlackRock buys everything cheap. Governments increase military spending, and BlackRock owns stocks in weapons manufacturers. When the war is over, they sell their assets at a massive profit. Think about every major war or crisis in the last 20 years. Each time, companies like BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street have benefited from the chaos. During the 2008 financial crisis, millions of people lost their jobs and homes. But BlackRock, they were given government contracts to fix the economy, while profiting from the very collapse they helped create. When war breaks out, stock prices for defense companies surge. This isn't speculation, it's documented. BlackRock and its partners have stakes in some of the world's largest defense contractors. The more weapons that are sold, the more money they make. Now, ask yourself, would the most powerful financial firms in the world want peace or endless conflict? War isn't just about politics, it's about markets, and as long as there's money to be made, there will always be another war. But BlackRock's influence doesn't stop there. They control something even more personal: where you live. Ever wondered why housing prices keep rising? Why it's harder than ever for young people to buy homes? One reason is BlackRock. They aren't just an investment firm, they're one of the biggest landlords in the world. Instead of letting families buy homes, BlackRock buys entire neighborhoods. Imagine trying to buy a home. You save for years, you're ready to put in an offer, but suddenly you're competing against $1 trillion investment firm that can buy the house in cash instantly. You can't win, and that's exactly what BlackRock wants. Because instead of selling homes, they rent them out. The more people are forced to rent, the higher the prices go. And it's not just homes. BlackRock influences inflation, food prices, and interest rates. They invest in companies that produce food, oil, and energy. If prices rise, they make money. If banks raise interest rates, they make money. The system is designed so that the rich get richer, while everyone else pays more. And for BlackRock, the worse things are for you, the better it is for them. But Serge wasn't thinking about all of this when he was talking. He was comfortable. He thought he was speaking privately. And then the moment of truth arrived.
My name is James O'Keefe, and I'm with OMG. You work for BlackRock, is that right?
Yep, that's true.
Okay.
First of all, I don't consent to any recording with you.
You don't have to. This is New York. It's a one-party
I know.
state. Right?
Yeah, but well, okay. But you asked me some questions, but
Yeah.
please don't record me right now.
I can't agree to that. I mean, you work for a very powerful
Okay,
institution.
then I will not talk to you.
Well, just let's take a look at what you say here. They buy politicians. Big ton of money, you say?
Like, you can take this big ton of money, and then you can start to buy people.
Ukraine is good for business. War is good for business.
Ukraine is good for business. You know that, right? War is real good for business.
My first question is, Who have you bought?
I haven't. I'm just well, to clarify.
The look on his face says it all. His confidence vanishes. His mind races. What did I say? How much did they record? What happens now? At first, he's stunned, silent. Then he tries to regain control. Maybe this is a joke. Maybe he can brush it off. He tries to laugh, a nervous chuckle, but it's forced. He knows the truth. He said too much. The journalist doesn't back down. He presses forward.
How does the BlackRock control the wallet of the president?
BlackRock does not.
That's what you said. Those are your words. They came out of your mouth.
Sir, no, I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
Let me tell you, it's not through who's the president. It's who's controlling the wallet.
I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody.
But you just said you didn't say the thing that you're on video saying.
Yes, I did not say that BlackRock does this.
Yes, you did.
And who's that?
The hedge funds, BlackRock, the banks. These guys are.
I'm a nobody.
He stammers, denies, tries to minimize his words, but the damage is already done. He confirmed what so many have suspected, but could never prove. This wasn't speculation. It wasn't conspiracy. This was a BlackRock insider, caught on tape, openly admitting how the system really works. So, what happens next? At this moment, Serge realizes something. BlackRock won't protect him. He's just a recruiter, a small piece of a much bigger machine. He gave away their secrets, and now he's on his own. Does he regret what he said? Maybe. But it doesn't matter, because now the whole world knows. BlackRock may control politicians. They may control markets. They may even control the media. But they can't erase this. And that's the moment Serge Varley realized. He wasn't the one recruiting power. He was just another pawn in the game.